Along the right bank of the Dnepr River, the pace of operations shows no sign of slowing. Russian reconnaissance and strike drones have kept up steady pressure on enemy positions, while ground units test new tactics against an evolving battlefield threat. Today's report brings together several operations from this sector, each revealing a different side of the fight unfolding along the river's edge. Russian drone operators carried out uninterrupted reconnaissance over the right bank of the Dnepr River for a full 24 hours, identifying a range of enemy military infrastructure, defensive positions, observation posts, ammunition depots, drone control centers, and electronic warfare systems were all mapped out during the operation. Coordinates for each confirmed target were relayed immediately to artillery units for follow-up strikes. FPV drones were tasked with striking storage depots and electronic warfare equipment, while reconnaissance drones worked to correct artillery fire onto reinforced defensive points. The combination of both drone types allowed the operation to run with high efficiency, from initial detection through to final execution. As a result of this sustained pressure, the enemy suffered consistent daily losses, including combat vehicles, ammunition stores, and strategic observation positions along the front line. Elsewhere along the line, a routine frontline moment captured one of the more daring encounters of modern warfare. A Russian soldier found himself facing an enemy drone hovering directly above his position. With remarkable composure, he approached the drone and caught it using a long pole fitted with an explosive charge, a maneuver where a single miscalculation in distance or timing could prove fatal. Once the drone was secured, he moved quickly to the nearest trench for cover, putting distance between himself and the charge, a decision that made all the difference between walking away and becoming a casualty of his own countermeasure. The moment stands as a stark reminder of how brutal modern warfare has become, where something as simple as a pole and an explosive charge can serve as an effective defense against the growing threat of drones. Back along the river, drone operators from the 49th Army, part of the Dnepr group of forces, struck an electronic warfare station and an enemy drone launch point after aerial reconnaissance identified military assets on the right bank. Russian fiber-optic drone operators were the first to engage the electronic warfare site, and the enemy's jamming systems proved unable to counter this type of drone. With the primary target neutralized, the strike team went on to hit several additional targets in the same area, as Russian forces continued pushing enemy units back from the riverbank, a position previously used to fire on towns and villages along the left bank. Operators from the Dnepr group of forces went on to strike a number of enemy military assets that had been carefully concealed to avoid detection. The electronic warfare systems meant to serve as the enemy's primary defense against drone strikes failed entirely. Russian fiber-optic drones remained unaffected by any jamming signal, allowing them to maintain full control throughout their approach to each target. Every objective in the operation was struck with high precision. Combat vehicles, logistics transport units, unmanned ground robotic systems, and concealed personnel positions were all eliminated in the resulting strikes. The damage effectively disrupted enemy operational capacity in the sector for a period of time. As a direct consequence, Russian forces succeeded in preventing an enemy troop rotation at frontline positions, meaning the personnel still holding those positions received no reinforcement or additional logistical support, steadily increasing the pressure on their ability to hold ground. On Karantinny Island, aviation units operating within the zone of responsibility of the 18th Army, also part of the Dnepr group of forces, carried out a series of airstrikes against concentrations of enemy personnel holding positions on the island. The primary objective was a drone control post that had been built with solid defensive structures and concealed from initial reconnaissance. The airstrikes successfully neutralized the entire control post. In addition to the main target, aviation units identified and struck a hidden logistics hub located inside an educational facility in the same area, an example of how the enemy has repeatedly embedded military infrastructure within civilian buildings, a pattern seen across similar operations along the front line. Meanwhile, assault units from the 58th Army, part of the Dnepr group of forces, carried out their routine daily training at a designated range, focused on mastering modern offensive tactics. Soldiers practiced advancing toward objectives by vehicle before continuing on foot in two-man formations to maximize concealment in the field. Special attention was given to countering the drone threat, including the use of smoke screens as an effective defensive measure. Taken together, today's operations reflect a front line shaped as much by technology as by traditional infantry tactics. From coordinated drone and artillery strikes along the Dnieper's right bank to close-quarters improvisation against aerial threats, and from disrupted troop rotations to hands-on counter-drone training, each account offers a glimpse into the same ongoing struggle for control along this stretch of the front. As always, thank you for being here. We hope today's report brought you a little closer to understanding what is really unfolding on the ground. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next report.